it just came in the mail. Mama about to be traveling. This is my, I never grew out of the gym phase. Everybody else did, but I didn't. Gym, truly outrageous. This is my hologram passport pass, right? Book, cover. You know what I mean. I'm so excited. Gay Perry, here I come. Enough about me. Let's get into it. So I really did not need to know that Clint and Tracy was having awesome sex. So awesome that it tired the both of them out. Who needed that visual? Not me. Not me, especially in that terrifying room that he lives in. Like, this couple is dealing with a lot. Mental illness, crack, and hoarding. We gotta pick a struggle. Let's get serious. Real talk. Tracy needs to be off this show. I know. This couple built WeTV at this point, but Tracy is not in a good place. She is not in a good place. She's running from rehab. So that means that she's in this point in her addiction where she says she wants help, but she really doesn't want it. Because I'm guessing for her, in her recovery and therapy and rehab, she's going to probably have to confront some things that she doesn't want to deal with, because these things have harmed her enough that she is literally killing herself every day. Right now, she'll take the hit, she'll take the high. She does not want to deal with the reason why she is chasing crack. I'm not judging this woman, you know what I mean? Because I think when faced with something like that, a lot of stuff is going to come up. And if she's running from it, I know we want her to get help. I know we want her to get well, but I think we all need to look at the reason why people choose drugs. You know what I mean? Like, what is actually going on? People tend to, and let me tell you something, I would not be thinking like this had I not dealt with this personally with my own father. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know what is actually going on behind those who are suffering with addiction. A lot of times it's not, oh, I just like to party and have a good time. The majority of the time is that these people are suffering and hurting, and they rather much chase that high that gets them out of that dark place than go and deal with the things that put them in the position to want to be, you know, intoxicated, or to want to be, you know, smoking or injecting some kind of poison. So there's a lot of pain behind that, and I think we need to start sympathizing and at least trying to understand what leads people to do that, because when they're in their addiction, they're not themselves. And so I would hope that we would all be a little bit kinder to people who are dealing with these things, because a lot of times they have dealt with things that has happened to them when they were very young and they couldn't, you know, fight or protect themselves. So Tracy sober is good TV. That's the thing. Like, she's good TV, and I think we will still tune in and we will enjoy this show if she's healthy. You know what I mean? Outside of, you know, her addiction, Tracy is a fun character, but she needs a lot of help. She needs a lot of help, and she is in a relationship that is not healthy for her, because she is in a relationship with an addict who is also not well. So unfortunately, my vote is for this couple to get off the show. What do you guys think? Like, it's not enjoyable at this point. I'm not laughing. I'm crying. Every time we see something about Clint and Tracy, I'm rolling my eyes at Clint. I'm trying to fight his mother through the screen. And then we get to Tracy and I'm just heartbroken. This is not the train wreck TV that I signed up for. And speaking of train wreck, Laci, Shane, and John. Laci and John are really going to try to do this relationship thing while she's married. I mean, you can't write this. This is ghetto-tastic right here, because this is just real life in the hood. I'm telling you. You think that rich people are messy? It gets messy below the poverty line. Trust me, I know. This couple, I can't, like, Laci is continuing to pursue John, who she knows that she is not right for. Together, they are a toxic couple, and these two are still trying to make it work. Like, John is taking her back. She's doing all this. Oh, I'm sure. I can't believe it. I thought about you this whole time. And he is just falling for it. And I'm like, Laci, if you really love this dude, because you don't. You love yourself more than you love anybody else. You are the white Michael with Botox. I think that this woman in John's family is completely aware that if she continues to play with him the way that she is playing with him, that man is going to die. Like, I'm watching this and I'm like, girl, leave this man alone before you kill him. But Laci doesn't care. She does not care. She is so self-serving. She's not an addict per se concerning like drugs, but I feel like she is an addict for like attention. She reminds me of, I was about to mention this person, but you know what? We're working on repairing our relationship. They're my family. I don't repair no relationships with people who hate my blood, who are giving me problems. The devil is a liar. But there's a person in my life who is a tornado. That's what I call them. They're a tornado. They create like this chaos. And as they watch and see things fall apart, they throw themselves in the middle of like all the chaos and act as if they are someone who is helping to like repair the damage when you're unaware that this person is the one who caused the damage in the first place. So this is what I feel like Laci is. I feel like she is somebody who craves being wanted and creates these toxic situations where she is the savior or the damsel. Like, not only is she toxic, she's also oblivious because she makes it seem like it's everybody else that is doing these things when, ma'am, the common denominator for all of the mess in your life is you and in other people's lives. I don't know why people can't see this. The only one who can see that Laci is the problem is John's sister. Everybody else, wait a minute, maybe she knows her brand and her brand is men. She knows how to trick men, but she can't trick women. No, you know what? I take that back. She can trick women because she's tricking her best friend who blames everybody else for Laci's behavior, but not Laci. You're good, girl. You're good. You are wasting your time on reality TV. You could be like a top level scammer or work for the CIA as a spy. You're good. You're really good. Don't work for the CIA because I feel like if she works for the CIA, her first kill is going to be me because I'm over here talking, okay? I will say this about Laci and John. They are a very toxic couple, right? But they have a lot of sexual tension. I was watching this scene with them in his sober house, okay? All in his sober living facility / rehab. They are hugged up in the sexual tension. You could try to cut it with a knife, but baby, you would need a saw because it was thick in there. It was thick. It was so thick. I was just like, y'all already back to banging. Y'all are filming this scene so y'all can have a consistent storyline. But this sexual tension was too thick for John to not have already been inside of her fat transfer cakes because we all know that she wasn't working with that before she started doing porn. Let's tell the truth. And what, ladies? Shame the devil. And gents, thank you for the men that watch me. And thank you for the ladies who are bringing your boyfriends and your husbands here. What's up? Laci is married. Like, you know what I mean? We all know that everything she does is a sham, but you're still married. You're coming to your ex, right? Telling him about the issues that you have with your current husband. These words mean nothing to anybody anymore. Wife, marriage, husband, like no family. Nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore. Because I'm like, you're talking about your husband to your ex and you're tearing your husband down to a man that clearly is probably already sleeping with you or wants to. And not only are you telling him, you're telling the world. It's so disgusting. Typical Laci. Even though John has a problem with drugs, he's never cheated on me. The bar is in hell. Hell! Like this is the standard for the men in your life? You can totally have a heroin problem, but as long as you don't cheat on me, you're my soulmate. And y'all wonder why I'm single. Like, I'm scared. I'm scared for my future. I am scared. There's nothing for men to work up to. Like, there's no standard for men anymore. Oh, child, I sound like my grandmother. She was right. And then this married woman starts making out with her ex-boyfriend. Like, they were going in. She's mad. There is no, out of everything that happened on this episode, this was the most, like, not shocking, but just disturbing. Like, girl, what are you doing? You married, y'all took vows. What? So she, like, got her legs up on a man, making out with him. Then she does something that is so typical, so toxic, so Laci. John,
I just want to let you know that I got a tattoo of Shane's name right here. I know, don't be mad.
Why would you tell a dude that? A dude that you know is in love with you, you won't tell him that you got another dude's name, your husband's name on your coochie, especially if you know that he don't like that. Ooh, John's sister, I'm sorry for you, girl. I'm sorry for you. I would never want a situation like this with a family member. You know what I mean? Like, you can see the pain in that girl's eyes. She knows that her brother has a problem. She knows that her brother is dealing with somebody who is toxic, and there's nothing she can do because this man is grown. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. But you're doing that with the right one. Because had it been my brother, thankfully, he, like, picks really good girls because, baby, my mama be on here telling y'all to donate to my PayPal because Nikki is in jail. I can't do prison. Now, you know, I'll get a little scrap for jail. Prison, I'm never that ride or die, ever. And before we move on, the B-roll of Virginia for Laci and John's scene, I was just like, this show got Virginia looking real nice. So nice, I started looking up properties, and those prices, ooh, it's calling, sister. Because I done moved into another place, and my God, today, it's even more expensive than the one I was complaining about living in. But it has better amenities. So, you know, you give and you take. But girl, I was like, Virginia, is that a good place to raise a family? What's the racism over there like? Is it like mild? You know what I mean? Or is it just like spicy? You know, is it something that I can't take? Because I'm from Philly, right? We got our racism, but like we beat up the race. You know what I mean? Like you could beat up a racist in Philadelphia and not go to jail. I feel like if somebody, you know, called me the N-word and I fight them, you know, Virginia gonna put me under the prison. So let me know, what is the racism like over there? Because it's very nice, very clean, very affordable. I was just like, I could make my LA coin and go and raise a family in Virginia. Yeah, let me know about the racism in the culture, because I used to live in Virginia, but that was back when my dad was in the Navy. So I don't remember much of Virginia. I just remember it was really beautiful and I had some great times there. But I was a kid and I was living on a Navy base, so I don't know. Let me know about Virginia. I like them prices. I like them prices. I want to know about the racism and if y'all think it's something that, you know, I could take. And because it's America, there's racism everywhere. Also, let me know about the culture, because I also want my kids to grow up in a diverse, you know, community. So let us just know about that. Hit me up in the comments section below about Virginia and to drag the hell out of Laci, because I am heated. Our man deserves better. Andrea and Lamar. I don't know about this couple, because I told you guys, I like them and I think that they're the real deal. What bothered me is the fact that I wasn't sure if this Lamar is cheating storyline is just storyline or if it's real life. If it's real life, then it bothers me because I like this couple and I think that they have real love, because the way Andrea was going off on him and beating on this man, and just how, you know, as a black woman, I know when a black man is lying, especially about cheating. It's a shame, but I know. So the way Lamar was responding to her questions, I was just like, oh, Lamar, you cheating. You cheating, because what is a married man doing with condoms? Like, why do you have open condoms? Unless they come back this week and be like, oh, those condoms are from her son, then we could be like, oh, okay, Lamar was hiding the condoms. And okay, then it becomes, you know, a stepdad, stepson bonding thing, right? But if it does come down to Lamar cheating, I'm going to feel really bad, because I like this family. I really, really do. My hope is for them to get out of Utah. I feel like they need to be, I feel like they need to be in, you know, I was going to say Philadelphia, but we got a little crime problem right now. So not Philly. Atlanta, you know what I mean? Certain parts of Atlanta. You know what? Where can we go? You know what? Never mind. Because I just remember that stuff that Andrea said about black communities. Hell no, girl. You don't deserve us. But that aside, I like this couple. And I really hope that this is all fake, because this would be really, really sad if Lamar is cheating on Andrea, because she seemed very heartbroken by that. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? The reason why I thought this whole thing was real, because she beat him up. She was so enraged that while she was beating on him, Andrea didn't know that she also started beating up a producer. I was just like, That's what made me think that this was the real deal. Oh gosh, Lamar, I hope next week he comes back with something convincing, because he was not convincing me. What you talking about? What you mean? Why you mad? What's going on? Brother, you were not convincing. Please be storyline. Megan, Michael, and Sarah. Megan in these high school lunchroom vocals. Oh, listen, sis thought she was blowing. No shade. Listen, if you're going to come on the show and you're going to put yourself out there and be the laughing stock, of your whole town and the world, get something out of it. I always say, if you're going to go on reality TV and you were giving these producers who do not know you and do not love you exclusive rights to your life and the power to chop it up and splice it any which way they want to make a storyline, you better get something out of it. So if Megan came on this show to be a singer, do it up, sis. Do it up. Get something out of this. But we got to work on the lunchroom vocals, because homegirl was hitting me with some runs and I was just like, we gotta get in the studio. How much does Betty Wright cost? Because I know that Diddy was using her to help them people out and making a band, and she did wonders. Look up Betty Wright prices, or Brandy's father. He used to teach my sister. He used to be my sister's vocal coach back in the day. It was, pretty affordable for who he is and, what he has been able to produce with both of his kids. So look them people up, Megan, because you got something. You got something, sis. You need some guidance. Just a little bit of guidance. And why are you calling Michael's mama? She don't like you. She's never going to give you any kind of information. She came off really bad last season, so she's trying to work on herself. Stop harassing this woman. She does not want you to be her daughter-in-law. Let it go. Let's get into Sarah and Michael. Oh, gosh. Sarah. This was a terrible decision and a partner you made, girl. This is so sad to see you go through this. I mean, oh my gosh, you got on my nerves with that accent, but I just feel bad for you, because she's sitting over here texting, currently still her husband, about their kids and about therapy, while he's in another woman's lap. That enraged me. He's texting back to his wife while he's laid up in some heifer's lap who done left her kids to come up here and be a damn fool with him on this TV show. Men have it so easy. Ladies, what is it going to take? What is it going to take before the majority, do y'all know that women are the majority in humanity, population? We got the numbers. What is it going to take for us to be like, this isn't okay? We need to collectively come together as a female community and be like, we got to set some standards, because this is ridiculous that a guy like Michael has this kind of power. I've never seen it work like this with a girl, especially a medium ugly woman. Never. But Michael somehow has all this power over these 3 women and many more. You're sitting up here with a junior high body in an Afro puff with no job, no car, no insurance, or phone that his wife don't pay for. What? So anyway, she convinces him to go to therapy. While they're in therapy, Michael starts revealing some things about his mother and his father and their relationship or whatever, and how his dad ran out on his mom. Before I move on, I just wanted to talk about the pictures that came up when Michael was talking about his dad. I was like, who is that man in the picture? That's your father? Hey guys, let's talk real here. I was looking at the picture of his daddy, right? Because I think it was 2 pictures. And I was just like, let me get my fake magnifying glass. I don't see Michael and the dad. And then I'm looking at the mom. I'm like, who the hell does Michael look like? Does he look like the grandmother on his dad's side? Because what's going on here? Either that ain't Michael's daddy or Michael was switched at birth. Something don't make sense. Something don't make sense. Could that be the reason why? Because this happened. Because, back in the day, our parents were messy. They just didn't have all this social media, so there's no receipts, right? So I'm wondering, did the mom throw the dad out because he was cheating? Or did daddy bounce? Because that wasn't his baby. What y'all think? Let's talk about it. I will say this though. When Michael was talking about like his dad cheating on his mom and just like the kind of household that he grew up in and that the dad wasn't there for a large part of his life, as he was saying it, I'm just like, these words are coming out of your mouth, but they're not resonating with your mind or your soul. Like, can you realize that you are a product of your environment? Because even when the therapist said it, he was like, I'm like, dude, she's right. First of all, this therapist, I've never seen such a relaxed therapist. That's what I will say. I'm like, you're sitting up here at work and like, what was it, a moo-moo and purple hair streak? I'm not judging, right? Who wouldn't want a cool therapist? But I was just like, you're at work, man. Are we in your living room? What's going on? You look real relaxed at work. Now this is the part where, unfortunately, I have to drag Sarah. I don't agree. And Sarah, I hate the fact that these things are coming out because this season I am rooting for you, right? You're the wife. I don't care what nobody says. You are the wife. That man proposed to you and married you. I don't care what situation he was in. I don't care what was behind it. He did not have to do that. And not only did he marry you, he brought you on national TV with another woman and played you after you bore him 2 children and while you were pregnant with 1. I'm siding with the wife. I am siding with the wife. I'm riding for her. However, girl, you was wrong. You was dead wrong. Because in his therapy session, she reveals that she has full custody of the kids. And the lie that came with it, Sarah, I couldn't support that. Because she tells this lie of, oh, I went there, just to see about custody. And the judge told me to come back. And when I came back, he granted me full custody. And Michael was like, how you got full custody of the kids? I didn't get anything. And she was like, you didn't get the letter? Sarah, your acting on that part was foul. Like, it was so unbelievable. Here's what I think Sarah did. Sarah got mad. And what she does in this relationship with Michael is when he does something that she does not like, or when she can't keep him in line, she runs to the authorities, she runs to his mama, she runs to whoever can keep him in control and jeopardizes his freedom or takes the things that he desires away from him. He is another child to her. So because he wasn't falling in line with the things that you wanted or falling in line with how you wanted him to fall in line concerning you, you go to the courts to hurt him with the one thing that you know you can, and that is his children. And what I think this woman did was she went to the court to file for full custody, gave an address for the both of them, knew Michael was not at whatever address she wrote down, knew he didn't get the papers, still went to court and sat in front of that judge knowing that he did not show up. You had his number, girl. You had his number. If he didn't show up to court, you didn't text him or say anything because she knows that he would have done whatever he needed to do to get those kids. I will say this about Michael. He's very selfish. He puts himself first, a terrible quality in a parent. I do think he loves his daughters. I really, really do. I think that just like Sarah, he don't know what the hell he's doing. He's trying to figure it out. He's doing a very poor job, but I do not think for 1 second that he would jeopardize having some sort of custody with his children because he doesn't care. Absolutely not. She knew she was going to hurt that man because she even had a little smirk when she was just like, oh, you ain't get the papers? Like, what? Girl, you did that to hurt him. And that is really unfortunate. Really unfortunate because now you're starting to make people believe the things that this man is saying about you. Because now I'm looking back and I'm thinking about when Michael was just like, I had to marry her or she would keep my kids from me. You're doing everything that he said that you would do. We just did not have it filmed. Now we're starting to see that Michael was telling the truth. And I hate the fact that I'm siding with this dude. But this whole custody, going to the courts and all of this stuff, That, I did not agree with that. Like I said before, I think this couple, if they can't work it out, yes, the courts should get involved. They both need to be there. They both created those children. To take full custody of your kids to hurt their father is not good, sis. It's not a good look for you, and it's not going to work well for you in the future concerning your children. Because now your story, your journey is, you know, on TV and it's on the internet for the world to see. So they can always dig this up, and then they can always put 2 and 2 together and be like, oh, I wanted daddy here, but mommy didn't want him here because daddy didn't want to be with mommy. Them kids don't care about that. That's their father. You have to understand. They have a love for him that you will never understand because you love him in a different way. You're in love with him. They are a part of him. So yeah, sis, you messed up. You messed up. And now I'm questioning everything that you're doing, especially all this stuff that she said that Aviana was saying. I was just like, really? Aviana just start forming a sentence together, and a lot of it doesn't quite make sense because she's still so young. You mean to tell me all these paragraphs that you were saying in therapy was Aviana saying all this stuff to you? Girl, bye. I don't believe you, Sarah. I don't believe you, Sarah. And it's really unfortunate because I thought you were the same parent, but it seems like these kids have 2 nutcase parents, and it's so sad. It's so sad because you know what happens? We got to deal with them. Y'all create these kids that y'all don't know what the hell you're doing. You mess them up and throw them in society, and now everybody else that is around them got to deal with their brokenness and their mess because of you. Thankfully, I had a sane parent. My God, today, I don't know what I would have turned out, or you know, what I would have been had my mom been, sorry, Dad, off her rocker just as much as my father was back in the day. Like, what would I have been? Thank God my mom has some sense, which is why I was always trying to sympathize with Sarah. But this right here, I was like, oh no, girl, because Sarah got off on that when she saw how hurt he was that she got full custody of the kids. He was so, we've never seen Michael like this. Even when she was in his face, pushing him, cussing him out, we've never seen that dude lose his cool. Even when he had that like fake altercation with his friend over Megan, we've never seen him lose his cool. When it hit him that girl has full custody of them kids, he lost it. And I don't blame him. Oh gosh, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Michael. What the, are we in the Twilight Zone? Brittany and Marcelino. Brittany has now brought a puppy into the home. Girl, you just piling on the responsibilities. What is going on? I think that Brittany is trying to make up for lost time. I think, and I always say this, I think it's too much too soon. Too much too soon. You got a newborn baby, basically, and you about to have another newborn baby, and now you got a baby dog? Like, girl, it's too much. It's too much. You got your triggers living down the street. You're trying to find another trigger and get 2 more of your children. Then you dealing with this husband who don't have no job, who, let's be real, probably got a little poker addiction, even in Vegas. If you're trying to be a professional, listen, there's a fine line between being a professional poker player and having a gambling addiction. We can't quite make out which one Marcelino has, but I'm leaning towards the addiction. Addicts just always find each other. He also seems like he's been, you know, like he, in the beginning, I felt like he had a little drinking problem. I think he's backed off because of the, you know, the baby. I feel like in this situation, the baby has really helped Marcelino, right? Specifically in the food part, because let me tell you something. Brittany put on some baby weight, and so did Marcelino. They both carried that baby. Speaking of Marcelino's baby weight, I do not think that he's cheating on Brittany. I think that this Marcelino going to this woman or whatever, and she got her titties out, whatever, all of this stuff that's happening here. Does your wife know that you're here? I think that is something to mislead us and make us think that he's cheating on her. I think he's either going to a therapist, a poker coach, or a personal trainer. That's what I think is happening here. I don't know. I haven't watched the episode. One day soon, when my numbers get right, WeTV will send me the episode so I can get these up to you in time. Until then, listen, I get around to it when I can. Cheryl and Josh, I'm so over this couple. They just annoyed me this whole season. They really, really did. I never really bought this relationship from Josh, but we'll get into that later. Josh has now reached his breaking point with Cheryl. She has complained, blew up on him and his mama enough to where he's just like, I cannot do this anymore. I forget where they were going or what they were doing. Whatever it was, Cheryl just had a really bad attitude. No, they were looking at apartments. They were looking at apartments, and I think that Josh was late or something. Whatever it was. You see, I don't pay attention to this storyline. Whatever it was, Josh had just had enough. I think he was dealing with the fact that she got into a physical altercation with his mom. I think that was weighing on him. And then the fact that Cheryl's attitude just never improved. He could probably handle it when he was in prison because he could escape it. But now when he's out of prison, he can't escape it. And it just got to be too much for him. And he just dumped her, right? Again. But then after he dumps her, Cheryl keeps on reciting this same speech. I left everything for you. How could you do this to me? I gave you all this money. I left my life and I moved here. And I'm just like, Cheryl, do you realize when you're saying, I left everything for you, and that everything is your other children? I'm like, this girl don't realize she's telling us that she left her other kids to be with this man. I think she got the youngest because the parents were just like, we can't take care of this little one. The other ones could help take care of us because our parents are sickly. You know what I mean? So I think they were just like, we could do a trade-off. We'll, keep a roof over your kid's head and we'll feed them or whatever because we know that they can help us. They can help us go to the restroom. They could bathe us. They could fetch us some stuff. And then they can also go to school for 8 hours and we can get a break. This little one needs a lot of attention and we don't physically have it in us to do it. That's the only reason why I think she has her child. Sis, that's a bad look. You left your children to go chase some felon that keeps on dumping you and his mama keeps on popping you. Lord, I watched that scene back and I did hear a little pop. So that slap connected to something. So anyway, he dumps her and I feel like this is it for him because Josh just didn't have any reaction. The first time he was just like, I can't, I'm tired or whatever. He gave us some emotions. This time he was just like, just go. Go, I don't want to do this. Bye. He was done to me. I felt like he was really, really done. I also felt like he stayed with Cheryl or gave it another shot because he wanted to come back on this show. I think that Cheryl is in love with him. I don't think that he is in love with her. I think that he needed somebody to hold him down in prison. I don't think that she was the only one he was talking to. I think Josh was scamming. And Cheryl was one of the scams that actually manifested into something because she had a TV show behind her. I think that Josh just probably got to the point where he was just like, the hell with this show. I don't feel like keeping this charade up anymore. I do not want to be with this woman. Go back to your kids and leave me alone. And I can't blame them. Anyway, that's it for me. What did you guys think of this episode? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you this Friday night. Do I have anything going on? Let me not give you a date because, child, my schedule is all over the place. But I will see you soon for the following episode of Love After Lockup. Love you guys. Bye.